Okay, I know that folks are going to be filtering in as I'm talking, and that's totally okay. Everything I'm saying, I will put into the chat as well. Well, welcome to the Virtual College Fair. We are so happy to have you here, and we have an amazing set of panelists to talk about their institutions to you. They're doing so in a very short 6-minute little presentation. So make sure you're paying attention, grab information out of that chat if you can. You have an opportunity during this to ask questions, but our panelists cannot see or hear you. So if you have a question to ask, please make sure you hit that Q&A button that's at the top or bottom of your screen. That Q&A button is the only way that you can ask a question during this 45-minute session. So make sure you do so. This is the last session for tonight, but there are more sessions tomorrow. So please sign up for more at the StriveScan website, the same place that you signed up for this one. A recording of this and all the other ones will be available at strivescan.com/Carolinas. I'll make sure I put all of that into the chat as well. Being mindful of time, we're going to kick it off with Chowan University.
Thank you, and welcome from Chowan University. My name is Anna, and I am the campus visit coordinator here at Chowan, as well as an admissions counselor. So let's get started talking about Chowan University. So we are home of the Hawks, and let's see if I can get my screens to work. There we go. And we are currently a small university located in Eastern North Carolina. We are in the heart of Murfreesboro, and like many people say, well, that is the middle of nowhere, but we actually turn it around and say we are in the middle of everywhere. But here at Chowan, we have small class sizes, so that makes sure that you're going to get the individualized attention that you need. We don't have any teacher assistants or grad assistants, so you're getting the full information from the professors themselves. And we also have an opportunity for you to ask questions and go visit your professors and really get the information that you need and get help that you may need. We are a faith-based institution, but we are inclusive. So anything that you would like to bring to campus, we are more than open to hearing your ideas and really getting involved with what we have here for the students to experience on campus. As far as academics, we have over 70 different majors. We also have the balance of theory and practice. So lots of hands-on learning, lots of real world experience that would look great on your resume. And especially when you're going out and getting that job. We have many accomplished alumni around the world. We have Secret Service workers. We have Vice President of Charlotte Hornets, FBI agents, all different kinds of things. So whatever you can think of, come on to Chowan and we can make that happen. We also have our campus ministry. We have local community needs that are met with our university. We also have international mission trips as well, so students have the opportunity to travel with us. We also have a lot going on with student life. We have great life. We have lots of clubs and organizations. We have lots of tournaments, ping pong, pool, bingo is one of our biggest ones. So that's a definite big thing that students like to get into as well. And of course, athletics, we are a Division II in the NCAA. We have 21 athletic programs. Currently, our football is the only one that is the member of the CIAA conference. And right now we are 5-1. So that is exciting for us. And of course, we do have our new teams like CACRAO and tumbling and esports. So we do have a lot for everyone. And also with our financial aid and scholarships. So we actually just increased our merit scholarships, which is what you get when you are accepted into Chowan University. We up that. You can get up to an $11,000 just based off your acceptance. We also host several scholarship days where you have the opportunity to interview for a possible $6,000 that goes right on top of your merit scholarship. And of course, financial aid with your federal student aid, we have our FAFSA, which is our free application for federal student aid. That opened up on October 1st. So if you haven't gone ahead and started with that, definitely get involved and get that going. So that way we can start giving you some money for school and making sure that you got everything that you need and we can help you out as well. We have tons of faculty members here that would love to talk to potential students. So our professors want to reach out to the students who are interested in coming to Chowan. They really connect with the students who may be interested in their program area to kind of give them a little more information on what they would get to be into in their program. We also have a lot of our staff members are former alumni of Chowan University, as is myself. So we kind of know the process. We kind of been here, lived it. And so if you have any questions, definitely reach out to us. We would love to answer any questions that you may have, give you any more information. And of course, we do have our campus visits. They are open to the public. So Monday through Friday, we have 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. visits that you can schedule personal. We also have our CVU preview dates that are scheduled as well. That's when we have a group of students that come out. We have a panel of our professors here that talks with us or talks with the students and answers any questions. And of course, you get to tour our beautiful campus and of course, get to talk to current students because we are back face-to-face this year. So we do have students that are on campus and they love talking to potential students that will come out and just kind of get a day in the life of a student. What is there to do? What is there to get into as far as extracurricular activities, as well as clubs and organizations? So we definitely like to make it fun for all students and their parents as well. And of course, treat you to lunch here at campus. That's always a good thing as well. So any questions that you may have, we do have Facebook, we have Instagram, we also have Twitter. We do have TikTok. So TikTok has been a huge trend and that's something that we have gotten into. So definitely check us out there. I know I've starred in a video here or there with some of our current students now, but definitely check us out. We also, highlight our alumni that are doing great things. We also highlight our sports teams, and we do stream all of our sport events online. So you can find those on Facebook and Instagram. So you can go up there and kind of see just what Chowan is like. You can see how well their sports teams are doing, and then definitely become a part of Chowan University and being a Hawk. My information is down there. Anna, your email is apyor@chowan.edu. And of course, my number is directly to me. So it's 252-398-6371. So if you have any questions or you want to drop me an email or apply, you can definitely do that and I can help you guys out. So I hope to see you at Chowan, and go Hawks.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Christopher Newport University.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. My name is Ashley Hutchison. I am one of the assistant directors here in the Office of Admission at Christopher Newport University. I'm excited to share a little bit about Christopher Newport with you all this evening. We are a four-year public liberal arts and sciences institution located in Newport News, Virginia. While we are a public school, we really strive to provide students with a private school experience. Christopher Newport is located in the southeastern region of Virginia. Newport News is kind of centrally located in between the historic triangle of Jamestown, Yorktown, Colonial Williamsburg, and Virginia Beach. So there is no shortage of things to do in the area. We are a campus population of 5,000 students, which is a mid-sized university. We're large enough to provide you with a rich array of opportunities, socially, culturally, and academically, but we're not so large that you'll feel like a number in the classroom. So you get the best of both worlds there. Speaking of classrooms, we do not have any teaching assistants or any graduate assistants, so you'll always be taught by a professor, no matter what field you'd like to pursue at the university. 60% of our classes are 19 students or fewer, so more than half of your classes will have less than 20 students in them. And about 2% of our classes are 50 to 99. You won't see a classroom larger than that because we don't have a classroom larger than that. So we don't have any large arena style classrooms that seat hundreds of students to a lecture hall like you would find at many institutions. We enjoy over 90 different areas of study at the university, and our students have until their second semester of sophomore year, which is when they declare their major. Some of our top intended areas of study for students tend to be biology, psychology, communication studies, computer science and engineering, as well as business. Some of our new areas of study, a minor in graphic design, a minor in data science. We have a new major in kinesiology, a new major in leadership studies, fairly new major in cybersecurity, and I always like to highlight neuroscience as well. One of only 5 institutions in the state of Virginia to offer it at the undergraduate level. Popular advising tracks, definitely pre-med and pre-health. We have partnerships with 3 Virginia medical schools in which some students receive early acceptance as early as their sophomore year. We have a partnership with a physician's assistant program, as well as a doctorate of physical therapy program as well. We also have a really strong pre-law advising track and have a 3+3 program with a top 50 law school in the nation. We are primarily undergraduate focused, but do have 4 master's degrees here on campus. Most popular there is our Master's of Art in Teaching. We also offer environmental science, physics and computer science, as well as financial analysis. They are accelerated programs, so generally speaking, a student will earn their bachelor's degree in 4 years and a master's degree in just 1 additional year instead of 2. While CNU is a really great place to learn, a really exceptional place to live. Actually, just recently, the Princeton Review ranked us the 3rd public school in their category, dorms like palaces. So we have some really nice accommodations. Our students are required to live on campus through their junior year with the option of moving out their senior year. But many of our students choose to live on campus that 4th year as well. So freshman year, they are all suite style, so no hall style bathrooms anywhere on campus. And as an upperclassman, you enjoy apartment style living, private bedroom, private bathroom, and you share all the amenities of apartment, similar to if you were off campus with up to 3 of your friends. So that was something that I really enjoyed during my time at CNU. While our residence halls are really nice, don't want you to spend all of your time there. Over 250 clubs and organizations active here on campus, as well as 24 varsity sports. We are a Division III school, so we do not offer athletic scholarships, but all student athletes can apply for merit-based scholarships. Switching gears and talking a little bit about the admission and application process. We're anticipating about 8,000 applications for a freshman class of 1,200. So we are a selective institution. We do encourage students to apply as early as they're able. And we have a holistic review process. So we're valuing a student more than just their grades and their test scores. Everything you send, we're considering in that review process. Our most successful applicants maintain mostly A's and B's in a rigorous college prep curriculum. We also take a look at grade trends as well. So if you had a rocky semester or maybe a rocky year, we're hoping to see that upward trend in grades. So we'll take a look at your curriculum rigor, your grades, your grade trends. You can see we're a test optional school. No strangers to reviewing applications without test scores. We've been doing it for well over a decade now. This year we are test optional for not only admission, but also scholarships. So if you have taken an SAT or an ACT and you would like for those scores to be considered, please feel free to send those in, and that can be part of our holistic review process. But if you feel as though your test scores don't represent your academic potential and you would be stronger without them, please know that you can apply for admission without test scores for admission as well as scholarship consideration. Other factors that we'll take a look at in our review process, your activities, your essay, a couple optional components that I encourage students to take advantage of. First is letters of recommendation, and secondly is an admission interview. Admission interview is not required for general admission, but it is required for scholarship consideration through our leadership program and our honors program. Those are 2 flagship programs with scholarships ranging up to $10,000 that's renewable annually. So up to $40,000 during your 4 years here. And I'll provide more information with my contact information, how to interview, visit campus, and a little bit more about the leadership and honors program in the chat box. So thank you so much, and I appreciate your time.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have Johnson and Wales University.
Hello, everyone. My name's Marisa Marcy, and I'm an admissions rep with Johnson and Wales University. And I'd like to get started here if I get my screen going. Hopefully that's okay. So welcome. Johnson and Wales is a very different university in so many ways. To start with, we actually have two campus locations. We were founded up in Providence, Rhode Island, way back in 1914, but we also have a campus in Charlotte, North Carolina, right in the heart of Uptown. It's all one university though, so you can choose whichever campus you'd like to attend. Providence is a great city. It's the creative capital of the country. And of course, Charlotte is known as the Queen City. In fact, our campus there is literally right next to Panthers Stadium. Combined, we have about 6,500 students. They come from over 50 states, more than 68 foreign countries. So there's a beautiful diversity at both campuses. Both are very welcoming, very inclusive. And I should mention that we are a private nonprofit university. Our faculty are phenomenal. All of them have outstanding experience having done what they're teaching, and they're great teachers too. They really become your mentors. Another thing that sets Johnson Wales apart is that we are all about learning by doing. And our classrooms, not only do we not have lecture halls, but they don't even look like classrooms. They're actually learning labs. Here are some examples in Providence, our finance lab. It looks like you're working on Wall Street. In Charlotte, again, the same labs, the business labs, our fashion merchandising labs. It looks more like a boutique. We have a world-renowned College of Culinary Arts. Students are in the sensory lab down there. That's our organic garden. Another thing that sets Johnson Wales apart is that you'll jump into your major as a freshman. Typically, your freshman year is usually your general education classes, and you don't get into your major until junior year. But we want you to have experience in the field that you ultimately want to go into. So I think we intend to have happier students because right off the bat, you're going to be engaged in classes you enjoy. Of course, you do take the other general education classes, but they're interwoven throughout. And we have over 50 majors, everything from the fields of business, health and wellness, culinary arts, hospitality, engineering and design, liberal studies. But what unites them all again is their hands-on nature. And we have a 97.7% career outcomes rate. What that means is that when they graduate, almost all of our students are doing what they want to do, whether it's launching their careers or going on to grad school. And we do have grad programs. We have accelerated MBA programs. We have an accelerated law school program in partnership with Roger Williams Law School. We have a College of Physician Assistant Studies. So many different exciting career paths. And how we get that astounding career outcomes rate, I think it's because we do things differently with the small class sizes, getting into your major early, and also our internship program is phenomenal. We have internship sites all across the US, also abroad as well. Over 60% of our internships pay, and where 73% of our students have done a paid internship, they've received a job offer upon graduation. We also have wonderful study abroad programs. Every major does have an international experience connected to it if you'd like to do that. Of course, then we want you to have a happy, healthy social life and fraternities, sororities, clubs of every kind, dance groups, theater groups, faith-based groups. We also have beautiful dorms. In Charlotte, it's suite style living for freshmen. Each suite has its own bathroom. After that, you can choose to live in the apartments if you like. We do require freshmen and sophomores to live on campus, and then junior and senior year, it's your choice. The food in our dining halls is phenomenal because we do have a world-renowned College of Food, Innovation, and Technology. Everybody eats well at JWU. And we do have athletics. We are the Wildcats. We're NCAA D3, lots of different sports at each campus, and a lot of school spirit all throughout. 95% of our students receive financial aid, lots of ways to get scholarships. They can be merit-based, based on your activities in high school. Of course, those of you students in North Carolina who attend our Charlotte campus may be eligible for the North Carolina residency grant. And if you're in high school, a member of any of these groups, FBLA, FCCLA, DECA, Skills USA, HOSA, mark that on your application. And as long as you're accepted, you will earn a renewable scholarship because of that. We are open for both in-person and virtual tours at jwu.edu/visit. You can schedule those. And as far as our admissions process goes, 2 ways. We have early action. It's non-binding, but if you submit your application and transcripts by November 1st, you'll find out before Thanksgiving if you've been accepted and earned any scholarships from us. After November 1st, then we go into rolling admissions. We are test optional, and we take a holistic approach to reviewing your application and transcripts. Many students, if you've taken the AP classes and gotten a 3 or higher on your AP exam, you can get college credit for that as well as dual enrollment. We're on the Common App, or we have our own no-fee app at apply.jwu.edu. And of course, we hope you'll follow us on social media. And if you'd like to get more information, you can text Wildcats to 75192. And I'll put more information in the chat box. But thank you so much for joining us. Come visit us at Johnson & Wales and go Wildcats.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Hollins University.
All right, thank you all so much. I am Maritza Steele. I'm an Assistant Director of Admission here at Hollins University. We are located here in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia. So it's a very beautiful atmosphere. There's mountains all around campus, wherever you look. The city of Roanoke itself is small but vibrant. We have a thriving downtown, countless outdoor recreation opportunities, and our campus is conveniently located. We're just 15 minutes away from, like I said, those regional opportunities, and we're really close as well to DC, Charlotte, as well as Richmond. We have that airport that makes it really accessible for students to get here. We offer students great opportunities to connect with those internships in those local areas, as well as all around the country. So this placement really helps students to get those opportunities. We were founded in 1842, and as such, we are the oldest women's college in Virginia, and we're home to about 800 students. In Holland, students are encouraged to explore their own unique interests through the liberal arts, and we have 29 different majors to choose from. Our most popular majors are English, biology, business, psychology, and studio art. And our average class size is just 12 students. And so you really have the opportunity to get to engage with your professors and your classmates and to really master the material. In addition to academics, our thriving Division III athletics program compete in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. If you're an athlete, check out hollandsports.com to learn more about the teams we have and our recruiting process. Despite our small size, we value being a diverse community where all identities and perspectives are welcomed and celebrated. You'll find about a third of our students identify as students of color or Hispanic or Latinx. And our community embraces students from all different backgrounds, and we really strive to make sure that all of our students feel like home at Hollins. We have almost 30 clubs and organizations here at Hollins. Our students love getting involved. And if there's ever a club that we don't have that you would like to start, it's an easy process. You just need to have a couple of members, a constitution, and you bring that in front of our student government. So here's a sampling of our clubs. We have affinity groups like our BSA, ASA, and UEL, as well as special interest clubs and academics or athletics clubs as well. Our active student organizations not only enable students to find community on campus among peers who share common interests or identities, but they also give students access to leadership roles and event planning experience as they host activities and events for our campus community. We have a very active student government here at Hollins. We consistently rank nationally for our Student Government Association. So as I said before, we are a small institution. We have fewer than 700 students here on campus at the undergrad level. However, we have 80 elected positions on SGA. And so that means that we have a lot of students who are able to hold those elected positions and get leadership experience. But even if you're not an elected officer on student government, all of our students are able to vote in student government. So it's a really fun time. Students really thrive in those roles, and it gives them great leadership experience and really just the opportunity to be leaders on campus before they leave Hollins and become leaders in their careers. In addition to in-class academic support, Hollins encourages students to take their learning beyond the classroom. Our Rutherford Center for Experiential Learning ensures that students have opportunities for hands-on learning through study abroad, individual research, internships, and community engagement. 91% of Hollins students take advantage of these opportunities, and access to these programs is guaranteed for every interested student. As I mentioned before, we are nationally known for a lot of our programs, including our politically active students and our SGA, but there are a number of other ways that we stand out compared to our peers nationwide. And while it's hard to define a typical Hollins student, their passion for community and ways of getting involved are definitely common themes that we see that really bring our campus community together. So if this sounds like a good fit, let's just talk about our application process. It's free to apply. You can apply either through the Common Application or through our website at hollins.edu. Again, both are free. And we only require an application through one or other of those websites, as well as your unofficial or official high school transcript. So that's all we need to make an admissions decision. We are test optional for SAT or ACT scores, as well as letter of rec being optional. So that's up to you if you'd like to submit that. Our early action deadline is November 15th. We encourage everyone to apply by then to get full consideration for scholarships, but our regular decision is February 1st. Students who apply will get an admissions decision within 2 weeks. So we really like to get back to you and get you going here at Hollins. We are committed to affordability, trying to make as many students as possible enjoy this experience of a high quality liberal arts education, making that again accessible and affordable. So this commitment includes a scholarship guarantee of at least $24,000 per year in grants and scholarships for all admitted students. But of course, you'll see that our average aid award is closer to $37,000. We have more virtual events that we'd love to share with you, so please go to our website and you'll be able to learn more and sign up for specialized student panels and events. And then finally, I would encourage you to visit campus. Students who visit campus will be eligible for a visit grant of up to $1,000 towards your first year tuition. There are a number of ways here that you can contact us, so I'll put that in the chat. We hope to hear from you. We love answering student questions. So again, please come visit. If not, shoot us an email or call us. We're happy to chat. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have Florida Memorial University.
Good night, everyone. I'm Clyde Lewis. I'm with Florida Memorial University. Really quickly, Florida Memorial University is a historically Black university. We're located in Miami, Florida. For those of you familiar with Florida, you've probably heard of South Beach. We're about 20 minutes north of South Beach, but there are other things that people do in the area. There's the Wynwood Arts Festival. There's a rich array of culture and diversity. We have a rich Haitian culture, Cuban culture, Latinx culture. In general, we are a true melting pot. But for those of you who know of the world famous South Beach, it's about 20 minutes south of us. Now, in terms of what you'll experience at Florida Memorial University, we encourage students to own their excellence through a culture of success. This culture of success starts with your interaction with faculty members. Our class sizes are going to be about 16 students. Our more popular majors like psychology and business have larger class sizes, around 20 to 22 students. Just to give you a little bit of history, we've been around since 1879. We did start in North Florida, but later moved down to Miami in the 1960s. Now, in terms of some of our alumni, we've had some alumni who've done some remarkable work. One such alumni is Barrington Irving. He's the first Black pilot to fly solo around the world in a single engine aircraft. We have other alumni that are active social activists and engaged in the community, one of which is Sabrina Fulton, the mother of Trayvon Martin. In terms of some of our academic accolades, we're ranked 5th in the state of Florida for elementary education. Our student athletes do very well. In terms of what there is to do on campus and athletics, we do have varsity sports. Proud to say that football is back after a 60-year hiatus. So we're very excited to have football on campus. And we thought, if you have football, you need to have a marching band. So we do have a marching band to support our music and music production programs. We do have your traditional Greek life, clubs and organizations. And we do have a very vibrant performing and visual arts department to include our ambassador chorale. So if any of you are vocally gifted, there are scholarship opportunities if you're gifted vocally as well as with a physical instrument. In terms of what there is to do, while on campus, other than clubs and organizations, there's a lot to do in the area. We do get engaged with our community in terms of internships, opportunities for you to shadow within your professions. As I said, some of our more popular majors are going to be biology, psychology, business, criminal justice, and education. We also have an aviation major because we do share a fence with an airport. So we have an air traffic control tower on campus. So we do have students who are trained pilots as well as aeronautical mechanics or aviation mechanics, I should say. In terms of what we offer, here's a list of everything that we offer. We have 63 majors. Majors can be done in a combination of major minor. So for example, some students will major in biology and minor in chemistry. We also have students that major in criminal justice, but then will minor in cyber security because that happens to be one of the hot areas in crime. In terms of affordability and scholarships, our rate of tuition, it's a flat fee. In-state or out-of-state, it's the same price. It's $24,000 per year. That includes books, food, room and board, fees, which include student insurance, and all of your activities on campus. We do have 2 full tuition scholarships that are, dependent on having a 4.0 weighted GPA. And we have 1 partial tuition scholarship, the Academic Achievement Scholarship, which requires a 3.25 weighted GPA. Now, if any of you happen to move to Florida, because it happens very often, that families follow their students to Florida, below is some of the Florida financial aid for which you'll be eligible. Now, in terms of our application process, it's entirely online. We're on the Common app. We're also on the Common Black app, and we do have an internal application. We are test optional. We do have a minimum required GPA of a 2.4 weighted GPA. And again, SAT and ACT scores are optional. However, if you do submit them, we'll use them for placement in either math or English. We do have an early action deadline of November 1st. So slightly after November 1st, we'll begin to let students know of their admission decisions. Admission decisions are sent out both electronically as well as physically. And for any of you interested in applying, this is my information. And this is information on applying. To the left, there's a QR code to apply. And if you'd like to visit our campus, you're welcome to visit campus anytime. We usually have visits Monday through Friday at 10 and at 3.
Okay, thank you so much. Next up, we have UNC Charlotte.
Oh, Jennifer, you should unmute yourself.
Thank you. So I said that was the one thing I wasn't going to do. Hi, everybody. We're still getting used to Zoom, it appears, after 1.5 years. But my name is Jennifer. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at UNC Charlotte. We are really excited to be here. Thank you to CACRAO for hosting us. UNC Charlotte is North Carolina's urban research university. And what that means is we have a really great proximity to Uptown Charlotte, about 20 minutes, and even closer with our light rail. Along with that, our staff and faculty and students are engaged in research at the undergraduate and graduate level, meaning your professors will be involved in projects that they're passionate about in their chosen field, whether it's ending homelessness in Uptown Charlotte or educational support for students with IEPs or government research with our cybersecurity program. You really will be at the cutting edge of what's happening moving forward with those solutions. We're also the fastest growing university in North Carolina, and we'll talk a little bit bit about that. Our total enrollment is a little over 30,000 students. That makes us a really big university, but I do want to talk about two things. One is our accessibility. Our campus is very friendly, open, and warm, and if you visited and are able to do so, you'll notice that students are really excited to get to know one another and participate in our over 400 clubs and organizations. And being a larger university also provides us with some really great benefits for students, like our 24 Division I athletics, over 78 countries you can choose to study abroad in when that time comes, as well as really great supports like our counseling center, our student health center, our university recreation center. But then what does the classroom experience look like? Surprisingly, it's very accessible. So on average, we have a 25-to-1 student to faculty ratio, meaning that you get to know your professors, and those large lecture style classes are not the norm at UNC Charlotte, even though we are a thriving community. And it really does feel like that when you visit our university. Along with that, we're a global campus, and we're really proud to be one of the most diverse campuses in North Carolina. 41% of our students come from an underrepresented background, whether that's a rural background, first in their family like myself to go to college, or different minority or ethnic backgrounds. And so as you can see from the pictures, our campus really has a great indoor-outdoor feel to it. We're on 1,000 acres and built on 500 of those. So it really feels like an inclusive community when you step onto our campus. Along with that, that proximity to Charlotte, we have the light rail, which connects us, and it's included as part of your student ID. So it's included in your overall student tuition and fees, which is awesome. You can use it unlimited. Really easy stop on our campus within walking distance to all of the dorms. And you can be in Uptown Charlotte for whether it's a professional opportunity or hopefully as things start to improve, also maybe to go to concerts, art galleries, or to take in a football game at the Bank of America Stadium. And then speaking of Charlotte, our students are really involved in setting the tone for their professional career. So not only freshman year do you receive an academic advisor, you also receive a career coach. So freshman year, 95% of our students are interacting with their career coach, whether that's outlining what they'd like their internships to look. Are there any other opportunities for clinicals, student teaching, co-op opportunities, and getting that support and how to connect with that. There's some really great brands on our screen that we partner with throughout Uptown Charlotte and in the region. 90% of our students participate in learning outside of the classroom. That's a really big part of our university. And we want to ensure that our students are really in that industry that they're passionate about. Charlotte is a really interesting city. It's the second largest financial district after New York City. Along with that, it is growing at twice the national average for manufacturing careers. And it's one of the top 3 cities in the United States for STEM-based careers. And even if you're not necessarily interested in those areas, it really allows the city to draw other things in performing arts, as well as school districts, healthcare networks. So we really have partnered with the city of Charlotte. Speaking of things like what we're here for, which is academics. We have 7 academic colleges, and I just want to quickly shout out the different options that we have, which are really hands-on programs. So our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, College of Arts and Architecture, our Belk College of Business, Cato College of Education, College of Computing and Informatics, College of Health and Human Services, and our Lee College of Engineering. All of those programs have incredible faculty who are a part of engaging in that research, in that professional setting, and helping you become passionate about the areas of study you'd like to go into. Along with that, I really want to shout out our November 1st early action deadline. This is when your application will receive the most consideration, meaning we don't have any seats that we've accepted students at this point. They're all available, so we can really have conversations with you about your application, if we need to strengthen it in some way, if there's something missing. And along with that, it allows you enough time to apply to our scholarships as well, which is really important. Required pieces are that online application, Common App, our own website, the CFNC website, application fee of $75 or a fee waiver, an official transcript. You've done all the hard work. We want to see that hard work on that transcript and look at your academic journey, and then an essay from the Common App prompts. We are test optional, so don't have to worry about that if you haven't taken it. But if you have taken it and you're really proud of your score and it's within our competitive ranges, definitely send it in. Aside from that, I definitely want to let you guys know that our on-campus open house is October 16th from 9 to 1. This is when all of our academic colleges will be open. Faculty and staff will be available to meet with you. I just really shout out visiting colleges, meeting with faculty, seeing if these programs are what you're passionate about, and definitely checking that out. But thank you guys so much for the time, and CACRAO for hosting us today.
All right, thank you. So if I could have everyone turn on their camera, we're just going to answer a quick question in the same order that you presented. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
All right, so going through the college process, keep your options open, visit colleges, make sure you're asking a lot of questions, make sure you're knowing the ins and outs of the entire process for each school you're interested in. I think it's very important to ask questions and really become knowledgeable, because this is going to be your experience and you have to make it exactly what you want it to be. So definitely ask questions and just visit as many schools as you can. And that way you can collect a bunch of information.
As a first generation college student like Jennifer, I think one thing that I wish I had done is, or even recognized, is that we're here to help you all. I went to my school counselor a lot, and they are wonderful, wonderful resources, but oftentimes I went with very specific school related questions when I should have been going to the admission counselors. And I think maybe I just didn't know, or maybe I was just really nervous about it. But know that we're friendly faces and we just want to help you, whether it's talking generally about your college search process or something specific about our school. So utilize your school counselor, but also please feel free to reach out to us. The combination of the two will be really helpful for you in your college search process.
That is so true. And all of us are here. We want to find the best fit students. We want you to be happy at our schools. And so don't hesitate to reach out to us. And I think a lot of times students overstress choosing their major. And it is a very, very important choice, but talk to admissions reps, because we can find out about your goals and your interests, and we can help you determine which might be the best major for you. And Clyde talked about majors and minors. You can major and minor, you can do concentrations. And so there are lots of ways to combine your interests too. So be sure to talk to your admissions reps, and that can ease a lot of the pressure you're facing right now.
Something that we like to tell families and students is that you won't know how much the school will cost you until after you've applied and gotten your financial aid and merit aid package. The sticker price that you see for universities is very rarely what students end up paying. I would say, in fact, it's usually not at all what students end up paying. And so it's really important, if you're interested in a school, go ahead and apply. And then once you have those financial aid and scholarship offers, then you can compare across schools. A lot of times we're asked, how much will this cost for my family? And that's not a question that we're going to be able to answer for you until our financial aid office has worked up an estimate. So it's worth submitting those extra apps so that you can compare between schools.
I would say do not limit yourself to the scholarships that you're offered. External scholarships are an untapped resource. There's some companies, some of you may love Coca-Cola, right? But Coca-Cola gives a $10,000 scholarship every year. So everything you think you love to eat and you love to drink, go to that corporate website and look for a scholarship, because there probably is one to match. I have a student that once got a Burger King scholarship. He doesn't even eat Whoppers. So just, don't sleep on external scholarships. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I will echo what everyone said, and also that there's many pathways to college. For example, we have a lot of students who will first get their associates and then transfer to UNC Charlotte. And we have a lot of programs that way as well. In fact, about half of our students sometimes come in that way. So really, what's the best option for you? What works for you? And whether that's maybe staying at home for a little bit or applying right to a four-year university or a community college, it's your journey. It's all about getting you to that career you're passionate about. So yeah, I would say there's many paths to that career or profession you're excited about.
And I don't even have anything to say because you said all the things I want to say, but I always come in at the end and say, my biggest thing is just reach out to these folks. Because that, again, this is what they do. They're experts in making sure they can find the right fit for you. So thank you so much to our experts, to our panelists for sharing their valuable knowledge and their time. Thank you to our attendees who are here. If you're with us live, as you leave, there is a 5-question survey that you'll have to answer. Super simple and very helpful. There are more sessions tomorrow, so make sure you sign up for more. The same place that you signed up for this one. And if you check the chat, I put a little bit of information in there, but the recording can be found on StriveScan's website. With that, best of luck to you to find the right fit. I know you will. And thank you again to our experts, to our panelists, and have a good night.